Hello everyone, I'm Havoc, and this is Factorio Space Exploration Plus. Holy cow, stuff's getting wrecked. What an intro! Hello everyone, welcome back. We are picking up right where we left off last episode, working on a little setup we're going to drop to deal with the resources we get from core mining. That should get fixed here momentarily. We're definitely going to need to look at doing something about these bugs. These bugs are a problem. These dirty bugs. Let's see. There's probably something going on over here. Yeah. Something going on there for sure. And all these attacks. What I really need is just a more robust wall for the time being, because the war with the biters is ongoing. But I'm telling you what, I want you to look at the little area that I have here in the center, and then the massive world there is to clear out. I mean, it is insane to think about the amount of space I'm going to have to clear. And like I said before, I'm going to have to set up choke points and expand and do this over a length of time. But that's not today's project. I just got distracted at the beginning of the video there. Oh, also, public service announcement. Down in the description, there is a link to my Twitch chat and to my Discord. Come join us. Hit up in Discord. You don't even have to get in voice or anything. You can just, type back and forth. Come join us there. We would love to have you. You can post things. I'm going to be putting a channel in there for import strings for blueprints too. That way it is easier for you guys to say, hey, I've got this really cool blueprint I want to share with you. You can just drop it in there, and then I can load it into my game and play around with it. And that'll make sharing a little bit easier. All right, enough of that though. We are moving on, and we've got to look at processing things. We need to turn some of this iron into steel. And I think the best way to do that would be to simply continue this on out and drop down some furnaces right along here. I am going to have to do undergrounds. I don't think I want to use, well, it's probably best if I just make a copy of the blueprint and drop it down. Or I already have a copy of the blueprint, but just drop it down. But we're going to do something a little different. No, I can't do that. That will not work, because this is the output line for the iron, and I need that to stay what it is. And then I'm going to make steel, and it's going to consume a lot of iron. It takes 5 iron and 15 seconds. Well, that's actually not true, because we're going to alter that. So hold on just a moment here. Let's see where we're going to need beacons and such before I'm getting way ahead of myself. I've forgotten how to make a proper blueprint. Okay, so it looks something like that, and we're going to drop those in there. These are absolutely going to get production modules 4, and now we've got to change how this is going to work. And we're also going to need power. So I think for now we'll just do that little number. And then I'm curious, is this going to absolutely destroy my supply of iron coming out of here? Because this is going to take 4.7 a second. And this is producing, no. Okay, so we're good. We are good on that front. The only difference here is that we are going to be outputting steel on this outer edge, and I'm probably going to go ahead and mirror this on the other side so that we can be space efficient. And forgot a couple of ones there. Oh, those are facing the wrong way. Oh boy, there we go. Where are they attacking now? Constant issues with the biters. Okay, so this uses... I wonder if it's actually good to take off of this line. I think that's just what we're going to do anyways. And we're going to be turning roughly 1/5 of the iron output at maximum, that is, into steel. So thinking about that, is that what we needed to do? I did the math before, and I think we're just going to go with that for now. But I don't want two separate lines. I'm going to want to merge these lines. Since I can't eat up too much of my steel, excuse me, of my iron in order to make steel, I think a little something like that would work just fine, and that leaves us with steel on the top, what's left over worth of iron here, and then we have copper, stone bricks, which need to be turned into stone tablets. Sorry if you hear my dog. It's very hot here right now. I've had to bring him inside so he can cool off, but he may make little noises in the background. I apologize if it bothers anyone. And you may not actually even hear him with the settings I have on my mic, hopefully. Okay, so I don't need coal on me. Let's figure out, do I need any stone bricks? And I think I do need some stone bricks. And the reason I believe that is because we are going to be producing inserters for this, correct? Yes. Inserters take motors. Hold on, maybe we don't need stone bricks at all. Oh, okay, okay. Actually, I don't think we need stone bricks at all. And I know if I look in Factory Planner, I could probably have done that a lot easier. You gotta bear with me. Bear with me as I'm ancient and archaic in my use of these mods. In fact, like I've told you before, I've put more than 2,000 hours in Factorio with no mods in it whatsoever. So learning to use mods has been exciting and fun, but also challenging for me. What does this take? Cargo pods? What are the ingredients? Hold on here. Why is that not showing anything? Hold on. Interesting. That doesn't have ingredients in the Factory Planner. But it absolutely has ingredients. Okay, yes. But it doesn't look like any of these actually use the bricks. So I think we are good with turning 100% of our stone brick output into stone tablets. Down here. And then we can use those stone tablets in order to make a ton of different things, including our what are they called? Heat shielding. I'm already thinking about circuits, but we also need heat shielding from them. Stone tablets are going to be here. One stone brick makes 4. That's actually going to be very excessive. Now, just looking at this, that is going to be an awful lot. Oh, and then we can productivity module it too. Oh man, I may need to make more. I may need to make more. What is it called? Sand and glass out of the stone that we're gonna get than I do the stone brick, because at the end of the day, what is this gonna take? Oh man, it's gonna take 2 stone bricks per second and make 11 tablets a second. Okay, we're going to be making an excessive amount of tablets. I'm going to have to separate this into different blue belts, most likely. Do I need multiple blue belts worth of stone tablets? Oh man. You know what, let's just go ahead and do this, and then we can underground and drop some power down. You know, I may even want to beacon this just to make it absurdly fast for no good reason. Not because we need it. Just because we can. That's not even a full blue belt yet. And it's still only using four. Okay. I don't think productivity... you know what? I will feel bad for not using productivity modules and getting the absolute most out of my resources. Efficiency. I feel like I need to, but this feels incredibly wasteful at the same time. Knowing that down the line, I'm not going to be moving at max speed for the crafting of things. I'm definitely not going to be making one of these every 30 seconds, but anyways. Let's keep going with this so I can get a lot of stone tablets out of this. An absolute metric ton of them using very little stone brick per second. 4 stone brick per second. Auto-saving. Okay. Hitting all the wrong buttons. So, I know I'm not getting this. I'm definitely not getting 66 stone per second. What I'm really getting is, what, 17? And that has to be split. How much is this going to consume? 12. Okay. You know what we may do? Is just straight 50-50 split this. And that means you're getting 8 something here and something down here, which also means that I really don't need all of this set up. So we're going to rip some of this up. Now, knowing that I've planned this for 33 and we're only getting 17, then I'm leaving room for roughly double what I'm going to get. And down here, if I know that, let's just say for easy math, you're getting 10 and 10 going to each side if I get a little bit more mining productivity research going. So I need to set this up to handle 10, and I think probably 3 machines is more than enough. Oh, it's definitely more than enough. So that means I can rip everything up past here and move this forward. And I can probably move this somewhere neater in this line. Actually, on that thought, there's no need to even split this down here whatsoever. Let's make this look better while we're at it, because I do like things to look decent when I work on them. Okay, so we know that this is going to be stone bricks coming out, and that I don't need all of these anymore. Let's go ahead and put our bots to work. And right there. So this is going to take 18 and turn it into stone bricks. And that's exactly the amount, roughly, of the stone we're going to be getting. And it's going to turn it all into stone brick, which means nothing will go past this point in stone as long as stone brick continues to move. Now when stone brick backs up and these machines back up, stone itself will travel further down. So we can use that as a limiting factor in our production of sand. I'm trying to think of how best to handle this. I want to fit quite a few machines right in here to process our stone brick. So I can't put one there because that's where the beacon will be. But that gives me these 4, and this, because it is speed moduled, it's going to move incredibly quick. And that's okay. So just for kicks and giggles, yeah, so it doesn't have a really high input rate. 4 per second is easy. You can do that with a single stack inserter. It's taking it out of this thing that is going to be rough. And a single machine now is, I did a single machine, yeah, 22.4. That is going to be incredibly close to a full blue belt on for one full side of a belt. So what I'm going to need to do is something along these lines, and just like that. And that actually is perfect since there's not a machine there. That gives me room. It's going to put 22.4 per second onto this side of the belt, which can only hold 22.5 per second. So we're within 0.1 of an item per second of filling up the blue belt worth of these, and only using 4 stone bricks per second. That will then come over here and load onto the top side while that machine puts on the bottom. That gives us pretty much a full blue belt out, just a fraction less than a full blue belt. And now I need to know, so these are doing 8, so you got 8, 16, 24 per second, which is plenty more than enough. It's going to work out great. I planned it like that, absolutely. You know, I knew it. I was sitting there thinking, that's perfect. You know, just so everyone knows, just to be clear. All right. But now, what do we have going on here is that we have all of these. We have 2 belts, and that's only using 4 per second of what this can put out, which is 1/3 of what it can put out. And we need to do a little bit more than that, right? If we're going to keep up with this. The demand here is pretty high for the stone tablets comparatively to the glass. So we need to do a little bit more. Here's the deal, and that is, can I fit it in neatly? So if I move my power down, I can move this beacon down, or can I swap? I can absolutely swap the side of the beacon and the power. So we can do something along the lines of this. It won't reach. And that might have been exactly why that was that way. Hold on. See, so that's why. But what I can do here is stretch that underground. Put my power down and then the beacon. Yes, okay. We're figuring things out here. Yeah, but the issue here is that I actually need all three. So I do need to move that over one. Does that mean I didn't have to do all of that fancy moving stuff around? Possibly. How does it go? Goes like that. Yeah, of course. Because I need to offload with all three inserters, so I couldn't have that little loop there taking up the inserter path. Okay, so let's do this and get everything moduled up. Now, we know that two machines combined give us a blue belts output, but I think I'm going to get away with combining these two into one belt, so I'll have 3 blue belts worth of these stone tablets coming out of here, which sounds like a lot, but I'm thinking it's going to end up being just right. Now, we need to get all the stone tablets out, but I think that means I don't need the stone brick to continue any further, because I only needed the stone bricks in order to make the stone tablets. And so we are going to transition to that. And now I need to figure out where I'm going to process the sand into glass, which is obviously going to happen somewhere in this line. And I'm going to have turned the space very neatly into an efficient build. Hopefully, that's the plan. Now, I also would like to make the most out of what we have here, but it looks like we're going to have to change the end of the design. And what that's going to mean is that if I do this little number of moving the belt and then bring this down, this is going to get all of our stone tablets out of here neatly down at the bottom. That'll be a full blue belt, that'll be a full blue belt, and that will be a full blue belt. So you get 3 blue belts of stone tablets coming out down here. And then we need to process the remaining stone that flows down and smelt it. And I think we figured out that we could absolutely do it with just 2 of these. And this one is going to be beacon. I may even drop a beacon down here just because I can. We'll see where that one actually falls out, because what I'm thinking here is that that will be where the stone ends. It goes in, it's processed. Let's actually go ahead and power and make sure the far one is also speed moduled. Yep, so helps if you don't overlap beacons in this mod setup. No recipes, that also helps. I will get it here in just a second, don't you worry. So absolutely there's no way we're going to get 12 stone down here per second all the time constantly when one backs up for sure, so that'll be fine. In fact, I wonder if we just go ahead and plan okay, so each machine is going to do 26.8 per second. I wonder if I just do direct insertion. Hold on here. Do I move these even further down and direct insert into furnaces? Is that the way to go. Because you need a ton of sand. What is that going to take? 4.8 sand per second. No. Okay. I will absolutely not be able to do direct insertion. Because I'm going to need quite a few smelters down here to handle just this amount. So what I'm looking at is the fact that this right here is more than a blue belts, which should have been a trigger for me to think, oh, there's no way just 3 furnaces is what I'd be able to fit down here would be able to handle that. So I'm going to need to output very rapidly. You're talking about per machine is 26. That's 4 inserters worth, because 3 is 24, and then another one will grab the last few. So I need 4 inserters grabbing out, and that means I can change something here. If we're going to move these down and out, I think I can make the most of this beacon by taking and undergrounding. Let's really make some good use of this space. What I think is we will turn and come down here with the stone itself. So let's see about making this prettier looking. Okay, now we know one pulverizer can go there and a second one can go there, and they are going to be making sand. 2 pulverizers, both under the effects of that beacon there, will give us our sand being produced. And I think I only need 1 of these because it doesn't take an awful lot of stone. It's nope, actually it's 10 stone per second, so it will take 2, which is fine. We're good. Oh wait, that's because I had not put the productivity modules in yet. Per machine, it's half of that, so it's 6 per second. So we'll leave the 2 just because we can. Just because we can. Now, I need to extract from this and put that onto a blue belt for smelting. Now it's more than a full blue belt's worth, so we need to figure out, I probably just need to do something fancy. And trying to think of what's the best way to do this right here, and I'm guessing like so, because that's going to put and be on the top side, and that'll be on the bottom side. Yes, and that should combine. Okay, looks a little bit goofy, bear with me here, but it's necessary so we can put out, oh, and what am I even thinking? This isn't enough inserters, is it? Now for this one, we've got to do roughly the same, but I don't know how far down we're going to have to come. So we can run out here and know that we're going to be making glass, and we need furnaces in order to do that. Each one of these makes glass with productivities and needs to be beaconed. And needs to have power too. Can I sneak power in right there? Then we're going to need to come up with how we're going to beacon that out there. So what is this going to do? 14 sand per second. We're putting out, one machine is 26. So I need double that. I need an additional 3 out here. Like so. With their own beacon and their own power. All of a sudden it's starting to look like something over here. And that means the sand is going to have to come down. And each machine only needs a fraction of sand a second, so I can get away with fast. I'm going to use stack inserters simply because I may not bring fast inserters with me. And we'll just sneak these in here pretty much anywhere we can. All we have to do now is copy recipes over. I love it. And that gives me the spacing down here. Perfect. Try and do a little bit of symmetry from the top of the blueprint to the bottom, and that gives us a ton of glass out using any overflowing stone blocks that come out. And we can now just run our stone tablet lines right out down here at the bottom of the blueprint. Okay, we're growing little by little, but oh wow, it has been quite a while. That's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit the like button, and if you want to consider, if you want to see more content like this, you can consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you all next time.